Glad I woke up for this. So my name is Scott Galvin from Rockford, Illinois. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but we're the 4th most obese city in America. So let's give it up for that.
Hell yeah!
Not too worried though, I got this theory where if I can get 2 of my ex-girlfriends to move, we'll go down to number 6.
Yeah.
Because they're fat. In case you don't get it. So it's a little known fact, but the Scott Toilet Paper Company named themselves after me. And that's because I'm known for taking care of shit. Speaking of taking care of shit, my girlfriend and I, we broke up recently. She's here tonight with me. During that time when we were broken up, I realized I'm like really bad at talking to girls. I'm not very smooth. This is what I decide to wear when I leave the house. But so I don't know if you saw my car outside. It's like blue and it's really beat up. I was gonna nickname it the Blue Blazer, but it survived its accident. Anyway, I met this girl and I went up to her and I was like, "Hey girl, you trying to get slept with?" That didn't work. And I went up to this other girl that I may or may not have dated in high school and I said, "Hey girl, you want to crush my face later?" But I thought the clincher would be, told this girl, "I'd do anything for you, baby. Even kill like a moderate-sized spider. Assuming you have like 6 or 8 napkins available. I would do that for you." So I used to have a job writing instruction books for video games. Talk about manual labor. Terrible. I don't let people borrow my DVDs anymore. And it's not because I don't trust them, but it's because they never rewind them. I wrote that joke, if you want to call it a joke, because I miss those stickers, the VHS tapes when you run them. Not the ones that said "Be Kind, Rewind," but the ones that like, I said rent, didn't I? Fucked that one completely up. That's what I get for talking. Then like the blank tapes, where it would show you how to put the stickers on. I miss those stickers. So I went out drinking the other night, and that's why I sound a little hoarse. And this is going to be like the worst segue you'll ever hear. I'm going to segue into a Sarah Jessica Parker joke. She's got that movie out called I Don't Know How She Does It, and I don't really know what it's about, but if I had to guess, I would guess it's how she fools people into thinking she's attractive. Like Inspector Gadget. Go-Go Gadget beer goggles. So I saw the last Harry Potter movie. It was kind of sad. Harry winds up dead in the end. And by dead, I mean with a wife and kids. Started watching The Walking Dead, and it's not because I like zombies, because I really don't. I just thought that it was going to be a show about Lindsay Lohan. And I love me some Lindsay Lohan. Thank you. I want to thank Marcos for reminding me that her tits were in Machete. I DVR'd that the other day. And
Yeah!
what's that? Yeah. It's very brief-ish. I don't know, I looked up the pictures of her as Marilyn Monroe. Those are a little better. And I was wondering, like, she loves, like, every time she's been naked for pictures, she dresses up as Marilyn Monroe. So, like, going back to my Walking Dead joke, I hope that means she's gonna die soon. She's ran her time out. What a haggard cunt, right, Emilio?
That is a haggard.
Very haggard. Let's give it up for Emilio. He showed up. All shaven and baby-like. You look like shit.
Pubes and all gone. I should have kept the pubes.
You should have. So, I dated this girl once, and her vagina was so loose that if it were the grip Chris Benoit had on his wife and kid, they'd still be alive today.
Yeah.
I'll be taking requests all night.
More wrestling jokes.
Those are my only 2.
What do you think about David Arquette?
I love him. You can't write too many jokes about wrestling because it's already a joke. But I'll meet you halfway and tell you about how much I love soap operas. I quit watching wrestling and I started watching Days of Our Lives, mostly because it's on every day. And people are like, well, if you're going to quit watching wrestling, why wouldn't you watch mixed martial arts? To me, it just looks like guys dry fucking each other. And to prove my point, you can't even spell dry fuck without UFC. Let's give it up for soap operas. I'll pull a Chris Nelson and just stall for time, telling you guys to give it up for shit. So, during the time that my girlfriend and I were broken up, she said it was really hard for her to sleep when I wasn't around. So I had to remind her that she was forgetting to roofie herself. She also said she missed my cooking. She says my food's a lot easier to keep down if I don't punch her in the stomach after dinner. Made a note of it. Before we broke up, she had bought this dildo, big plastic fucker, and she's like, and she's showing me it, and I'm like, what do you want that thing for? She goes, this is for when I gotta get off scot-free. My dreams are so boring that they put me to sleep. It's my attempt at being Stephen Wright. Do we have any Roy Orbison fans in the house? Roy Orbison's got a song called I Drove All Night. I'm going to recite some of the lyrics for you. I drove all night, crept in your room, woke you from your sleep to make love to you. Is that all right? That's clearly the wrong order. And this is Rockford, but that's clearly describing rape. You're supposed to ask if it's all right before you drive all night, and especially before you wake somebody up by making love to them. That song was recorded in 1987, but it didn't come out till 1992, and I can only assume it's because some statute of limitations had ran out. Shame on you, Roy Orbison. I was watching Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and I saw that they got this burger called the Metallica Burger. I don't remember how it got. I don't remember how it got its name, but I assume that it's been around a few decades, had a couple ingredient changes, and by now people are pretty sick of it. Sad but true. I think my grandma's actually Tony Stark because her cigarettes are electronic and her lungs are iron. She asked me the other day if I would get her a bag of ice from the gas station. So I'm pretty sure you can make ice. In fact, I'll Google the recipe. That's a joke about being lazy. Albeit not a very good one. Anytime people give me shit for patronizing Walmart, I just keep in mind that those Equate brand contact solution bottles that I buy are full of the tears of underpaid foreign orphans. And I know that I'm creating a job somewhere. Shop locally is what I'm getting at. Because we're at the Bookworm. My nickname is Applebee's, and that's because fat bitches love me. And I dated this girl, she wanted to be a model. Told her I could get her picture seen by anybody. She didn't believe me, so I proved her wrong. These things were everywhere. They were on telephone poles, milk cartons, right as you enter Walmart. Yeah. Even John Walsh was talking about her. You can't buy that publicity is what I'm saying. I performed at this place the other day, and I saw this sign that made me believe you had to be a cannibal to eat there, because it said, animals not allowed, we only serve humans. So then I came to the Bookworm. I saw on your menu that you guys have a sandwich that's supposed to leave you without your senses. Is that true? Can I have like a bite of it just to see if you're lying?
Sure.
Right. It's called like the Scrumptious or something. What is it?
Scrumptious.
You can't read, you went to Harlem. I knew this girl. Pause for laughter. Not used to that. Clearly. I knew this girl and she bled even when she wasn't on her period. Girls like that are pretty rare. Yeah, they are. I think the horse from Secretariat should be in the Christopher Reeve biopic. That way it can prove that it can do dark roles too. I think Google might be my soulmate because I typed in girl with the forehead commercial and it knew exactly what I was talking about. And it linked me to that Lowe's commercial where the girl has the forehead. I was playing Roller Coaster Tycoon because I'm that caught up with gaming. And I made this roller coaster that's set up to do a loop and then go flying off and it kills everybody, and it's called the YOLO coaster. I knew this guy that overdosed recently. I've been trying to get his family to put on his gravestone that he could do drugs till he was blue in the face. That joke actually is kind of sad but true, Jesus. That's what happens when you go to Harlem. I'm just gonna keep saying Harlem and then we'll go down. Why did they even name it that? This is Illinois. There was like so many other ghetto schools in this area they could choose to call Harlem. They called a nice one Harlem. My mom, she's seen me do stand-up twice, and she's like, you know, you're very hard on yourself, you're especially hard on your girlfriend, why don't you have any jokes about me? I said, Mom, I only write jokes about things I care about. I said, well, if you want to joke about you, okay. Remember when I was a baby, you would tell everybody I was so cute you could eat me up? Why didn't you just eat me up when I was still in my dad's sperm? Would have saved everybody a lot of trouble. My grandma wouldn't have had to sign any adoption papers. I might I don't know where I was going with it. These comedy nights here have such like an AA feel to them that I feel like I just start talking. My name is Scott and I think I'm a comedian, but really I just do drugs and drink and sit at home all day and wonder why I haven't cashed in my chips yet. I think they should bring back Where Are They Now? And I think they should do the first 2 episodes on Waldo and Carmen Sandiego. And maybe Santa and those fine Santa books that were just bootleg Waldo books. Awful. I realize my life's like a lame version of The Hangover. Because I'll do drugs or drink, like I said. And then I'll wake up the next morning and I'll check my eBay account. And then I gotta try to figure out why I bought a t-shirt with Garfield on it that says Salt Lake City. Or why I bought some Windows 98 games that I could have downloaded. But these are in good condition and cost $20. Heavily worth it. So, Father's Day was a few months ago. We didn't even bother celebrating this year because last year was so awesome. There was no way we could top it. Last year we had a pig roast to honor my dad. The problem was the pig that we had bought was not big enough to feed my entire family, so we had to resort to cooking the pig my dad brought. So this year we just had a memorial for my stepmother. Clap your hands if you knew that was coming, because that's a really predictable joke. Wish Maroon 5 really did move like Jagger. By that I wish they'd quit making new music. I also like CeeLo Green better when he was purple and hung out with Ronald McDonald. I'd like Nicki Minaj a lot better if she changed her name to Lady Gaga. Am I too white for that joke? Willie Mae likes it, so it's acceptable. I got this friend, sells crack to support his weed habit. So that's like mortgaging Park Place. No. That's like mortgaging Baltic to buy Park Place. I don't like that joke, mostly because I usually fuck it up, but also because I think that like Baltic and Mediterranean both get a pretty bad rap, because they're the ghetto properties. And like, if all this stuff wasn't the way, I'd pull out the Monopoly board and show you that they changed it from purple to brown. So that's like really subtle racism. something you'd expect out of Disney. Not Parker Brothers. My same friend, he called me the other day to tell me he's got herpes. He's like, man, how am I ever gonna meet a girl with herpes? I said, dude, you're not using your head. Any girl could have herpes if you really want her to. How am I doing on time, Marcus?
You're fine, but whatever you're ready.
I was born ready to not be on stage. I'm gonna do a few more for you and then I'll leave you alone. I'm gonna be moving here soon, down to North Miami. And that's because there's this councilman down there, and his name is Scott Galvin, and he's openly gay. I don't know how they feel about that kind of stuff down there, but I've seen like pictures of like the Vote for Scott Galvin signs where people have spray painted fag over it and stuff like that. So I'm assuming that there's got to be a group that I could go down there and get the vote from. So my plan is to go down there. I got a couple campaign slogans that should definitely win it for me. The first one is, vote for Scott Galvin, the one who's not going to hell. Vote for Scott Galvin, the real Scott Galvin. I don't even know what that means, but it makes me happy. Kind of sucks when you already did your closer. Not that it matters anyway. So I'm celebrating a few hours sober, guys. Give it up for that. I just found out that if you go to bars and you take your AA coins, you can use them as currency because they'll know you keep coming back. My name is Scott Galvin. Thank you.